In 1956, the first ever Eurovision Song Contest was arranged. It became one of the most successful European TV productions in history. The competition has been held every year since, with the exception of 2020. Now this year's competition will therefore be the 66th. But how did we get to this point? What is the origin story of the Eurovision Song Contest? On the 24th of May, in Lugano, Switzerland, 7 European countries participated in the first ever competition. The hosting country Switzerland also became the winner. The contest was organized by the EBU, the European Broadcasting Union, which was established in 1950. It was Marcel Bezenken and Sergio Pugliese that are the ones who are credited for the formation of the competition. Bezenken, being the director of the EBU, acted on Pugliese's idea to form a European song competition. They were heavily inspired by the Italian Sanremo Music Festival, which is an Italian song contest held for the first time in 1951, which is 5 years before the Eurovision Song Contest. The Eurovision wasn't just born out of the desire for a fun song competition between the European countries. It was born out of the ideas of a pan-European identity. The people of Europe had suffered greatly through the Second World War, and as the continent had been shelled, bombed, and devastated, Europe had become a war-torn continent. The desire for a political unity and cooperation between European states was therefore quite strong, and it seemed like the only way to move forward from such terrible bloodshed. The pan-European identity gained a lot of attention in all areas of political development after the Second World War. This is, in its simplification, what leads to the formation of the European Union in 1993, which stems from the European Coal and Steel Community of 1951. Throughout the second half of the 20th century, European integration and collaboration was at the center point of political development in Europe. This is evident already in Winston Churchill's speech of 1946, just a year after the end of the Second World War. Great Britain, the British Commonwealth of Nations, mighty America, and, I trust, Soviet Russia, for then indeed all would be well, must be the friends and sponsors of the new Europe and must champion its right to live. Therefore, I say to you, let Europe arise. It was strongly believed that the growth of a pan-European identity would be the perfect antidote to the extreme nationalism that had led to the Second World War. It is with this background that the Eurovision was formed. A song competition between the nations of Europe would be the perfect layer to the European integration. Let us not forget that the EBU was established in 1950, just a year prior to the establishment of the European Coal and Steel Community. It is not coincidental that the countries participating in the first ever Eurovision also founded the European Coal and Steel Community, this with the exception of Switzerland. The desire to unite post-war Europe through music and celebration is the exact reason that the EBU gave the Eurovision a try. Let us look at the Republic of Estonia as an example. Estonia won the competition in 2001, 10 years after gaining independence from the USSR. Their Prime Minister at the time, Mart Laar, famously declared, "We freed ourselves from the Soviet Empire through song. Now we will sing our way into Europe." Only 3 years later, Estonia would join the European Union. Now this is a great example to the symbolism that Eurovision holds, a symbol to the increased collaboration and unity of a post-war Europe.